you're playing Smite 1 Baron because Smite 2 Baron is absolute poo poo garbage. If a dog shit, ate his shit, and shit it out again, that would be Smite 2 Baron. And I'm going hard on this, but just I wanted to play Baron the way he's supposed to be played. Not that throwing bottle bullshit. Excuse me. I will try not to cuss in this video, but I am not sober and I will be as honest as possible. I played Smite 2 for quite a while now. I paid for it even before it came out because I had high hopes, even though I predicted that Smite 1 would be dying soon. Several months after I said that, it died and they brought out Smite 2. And honestly, the way it's going in Smite 2, I'm just gonna predict that Smite 2 is gonna fail. Not because of the monetization, because I don't care about the price of skins. I care about the core gameplay. And Smite 2's gameplay compared to Smite 1 is not good. Notice how I did not cuss, even though I could have. But I'm not gonna be facetious. I'm not. Wait, why are they still in mid? You know what? That Achilles was kind of throwing. He's into. Yep, he's mine. Got it. Where's that going again? Oh yeah, the cooldown difference between Baron in Smite 1 and Baron in Smite 2. In Smite 1, his 1 has a flat cooldown, I think 9 seconds. His 2 has a cooldown of 13 seconds that goes all the way down to 11 seconds, which is why you level the 2 first. That is the whole reason you do that. That and because the 2 is easier to hit, it's a circle as opposed to his 1 and his 3, which are line abilities. In Smite 1, Baron is classified as a hard god, as in people who designed this god said he's going to be difficult to learn. When I started playing Baron, I struggled to land my full combo because I always miss my 3. People can just step to the side. And it's on like a 14-second cooldown, but I think base you need at least 20-second cooldown on Baron before he's even useful. If you don't have at least 20% cooldown on Baron in Smite 1, you're gonna have a rough game. In Smite 2, the cooldown limit has increased from the 40% that it was. Oh, we got him, and he's owning me completely with almost no damage items. We got him again. Okay, Jing Qian and Y. Oh, he's out Kwang. And somehow we still picked up that kill. Anyways, what was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. I promised I had a point I was getting to. The difference between Baron in Smite 1 and Smite 2. So, in Smite 1, he doesn't have the 10% cooldown scaling on his 2 as he does in Smite 2. Not sure why they did that. I think that's giving people incentive to build cooldown. Whereas, he followed me? Okay. Let's just run. And I miss, see? Because that's a difficult ability to land. I missed by 1, and that's normal. Because Baron is classified a hard god. Unless you spend 40 plus hours playing Smite, you will not be good at landing your abilities all the time. So, those who are watching this, who are pro players, if you even watch regular players' videos, get a real job because you're ruining Smite for everyone. Let me explain why. Apuch was my all-time favorite, and because someone played him in solo lane in the SPL like a while ago, they nerfed this character into oblivion to the point where he was barely playable. So, essentially, they take whatever people, I cannot... Excuse me, once again, I'm not sober. They take what a handful of people can do on Smite and make that the base of their decisions on how to nerf gods or not. Ooh, batter up, we got it. And he just dashes away again. The so-called scary ability that has to be on 110-second cooldown that somehow anyone can just escape from, and even though it puts you out of position, it makes no difference whatsoever. But Hyris had to nerf into oblivion because, oh, it's too OP to have all that crowd control. It's not fun to play against. The same people who are telling you that it's not fun to play against mages with crowd control allowed assassins and warriors to have pendulum, so Thor can wall and hammer you twice in a row, and if he uses ult, you're basically dead because ult wall, hammer, ballerina dance, pendulum blade, wall again, hammer, and he can just save the hammer and do the ballerina dance and use the hammer to escape. So they're gonna look you in the eye and tell you that having Baron's ult on a 90-second cooldown is broken, but having Vulcan have 3 turrets and his ult that does over 1,000 damage on a 70-second cooldown is not broken. Sure, buddy. You're the one who works at Hi-Rez. I can't argue with you, but don't for a second think you're smart because that is totally a lie. Anyone with a brain can tell it's a lie. It's like a parent telling their kid, don't do this, and then they say because. They have no actual reason for saying don't do it. They just say because they don't like it. So, whoever is making the rules in Hi-Rez, congratulations. You took people's favorite character and you made him unplayable. I have played the Aspect. I predicted that Aspect Baron will be garbage when he finally got an Aspect, and again, I was right. And now they're making healing changes. Oh wow, he is on me. Okay. Uh, skill issue. It has nothing to do with the fact that I built magical defense. Remember, if you can't successfully kill someone playing a character you like, it has nothing to do with what the character is doing. It's your skill issue. It has nothing to do with the fact that I built magical damage at all. He's just bad. If you can't land your abilities because the enemy has a billion mobility, that's not their fault. It's your problem. It's your skill issue. Even though they're literally doing something to prevent you from landing your abilities. That's the mentality that people have when you complain about stuff in Smite. Skill issue. Everything's skill issue. Oh, you were stunned for exactly 3 seconds while Thor used his full combo with Pendulum Blade and you couldn't do anything at all because you didn't have beats? Skill issue. It has nothing to do with the fact that the character can just recycle stuns over and over. Nah, it's your skill issue. Where was I go with this? Oof, we got him. But yeah, no matter how you look at it, Baron was nerfed on purpose and just sidelined as a support. He's not a mage in Smite 2. Like you, and in Smite 2, they try to make it seem like anyone can play. Wow, he beats. Okay, at least I've got ult, and we got him now. Okay, he just dashed out of my ult. The so-called overpowered CC of Baron that would be broken if he was a 90-second cooldown, but he just dashed out of it. And fun fact, it is actually on a 90-second cooldown in Smite 1. So if it wasn't broken in Smite 1, why would it be broken in Smite 2? Okay. I mean, on the other hand, the cooldown in Smite 2 is not limited to just 40%. So, and worlds don't exist, of course. It's just like they took what you liked about the game and fucking, excuse me, I tried not to cuss. They just ruined it. Like all you had to do was port everything as is into Smite 2, and I'm not saying it's an easy task to port everything because you have to build it from scratch. I get that, but like when you change the gameplay, you did more than just change the way people interact with the game. You ruined it for real. Which is why I'm drunk off my ass and playing this instead of playing Smite 2. Not once have I gotten not sober and thought to myself, okay, he ulted. At least he didn't just dash this time. He actually used his ult. Like, not once have I gotten not sober and thought to myself, I feel like playing Smite 2 right now. Not once. How many times have I done it on Smite 1? A lot of times, buddy. And not all of those games were good. Sometimes it sucked, but I had fun. Ooh, we got a kill. And Smite 2 just does not seem enjoyable to me. And anyone you ask who came from Smite 1 to Smite 2 will say the same thing, unless they're getting paid or making money off of it in Smite 2. That's the only reason. Which is why when anyone who's a pro player or is on PTS says, oh, it's fun. No, you're making money off of it, which is why you're saying that. You're not going to tell me that your source of income is shit, because then no one's going to watch you. That's just the truth. Actually, I think we don't have a lot of power, and they're kind of tanky. Spear of the Magus will stack perfectly with Baron's passive, because in Smite 1, fun fact, Baron's passive applies Hysteria with his basic attacks and abilities, allowing him to do bonus damage. In Smite 2, that Hysteria without Aspect I don't think it's even there. Like, if you do damage and check your base damage, it seems like you're doing precisely the amount of damage that your kit would do without any hysteria present. And anyone who doubts me should check it out. Unless you're playing Aspect Baron in Smite 2, the hysteria passive is just not existent. It says it's there, but you're not seeing the bonus damage it's doing. And if it's doing bonus damage, then your base damage sucks that bad that hysteria is not even doing anything. That's the truth. And anyone's like, oh, ooh, look at that satisfying heal. And then they gave Baron an aspect saying he can't heal his team. Like, okay, so you took the character's identity, shit on it, regurgitated it, gave it to a duck to shit on, and then regurgitate. Because then you've nerfed what his damage, you've nerfed his healing, you've taken his entire identity. He's not even a mage anymore. So what exactly is he? He is a difficult to play guardian. Let me explain. He is classified as hard in Smite 1. That means his 1 and 3 are difficult to land unless you're someone who has no actual job and plays Smite all day. Then you will have an easy time landing his 1 and 2 for sure, because that's all you do. You play video games. And like, the average person will struggle to learn Baron, but what made him fun is that he did a lot of damage once you got good at him. So now in Smite 2, there's no payoff for learning a difficult god. For example, you could put in a lot of time to master a god that is classified as hard in Smite 1. Meanwhile, someone will play a god that's classified as easy, aka Hercules, and they will completely destroy you because they took everything about that god from Smite 1 and nerfed the things that were supposed to make up for the fact that they're difficult to play. For example, having my 3 on a longer cooldown means my only form of crowd control, aside from my ults, is on a longer cooldown. If I miss on an ability that is actually very easy to miss, I'm a sitting duck. And then they made sure that people can't build hybrid anymore, or they don't want people to build hybrid, or move speed. So you don't have any tank prots because they don't want you building that. You don't have a whole lot of move speed because they don't want you building that. You're basically cannon fodder for any assassin that's classified easy in Smite 1. Literally, play any assassin classified easy in Smite 1 and Smite 2, you will dominate. As long as the assassin was classified as easy in Smite 1, play them in Smite 2 and you will have a good time. Why? Because it's so easy to get kills. You have a lot of mobility, so even if you miss, you're just out of there instantly. So like, whoever is designing Smite 2, I think they're either an assassin main or a warrior main, because I don't know what it is they have against mages or Baron in particular. Oh, he's dead. He is so dead. Against Baron in particular, because like, he's not a good mage. He's not even a good support. Yamoja will do everything he can do in half the time. So you're in a situation where your opponents are either a better mage than you, Vulcan, or a better guardian than you, Yamoja, or a guardian that is a better mage than you, Yamoja. Build full damage Yamoja, you will do better than full damage Baron in Smite 2. I'm not even being dramatic. Just build full damage Yamoja. You will perform better than full damage Baron in Smite 2. So Baron is a meme now. He's a joke. And their excuse is like, oh, but because of Baron, your entire team can throw a bottle. The AoE is smaller than your Baron 2, and it is easy to miss. So your justification for nerfing this character beyond any form of usefulness is because his teammates can theoretically use something that most people who are not pro players will miss. That's like me saying, I'm going to take away half of what you're capable of doing because in the perfect world, you and your teammates could work together and do a lot of damage. But in the realistic world where you're not teaming up all the time and you're not in comms and your teammates don't know what they're doing and miss abilities and you miss your abilities, you are at a disadvantage because you do less damage. Your healing takes forever unless you're building full cooldown, and then you have literally no damage because unless you have Rod of Tahuti, Doom Orb, or fully stacked book, you don't have a lot of damage. And of course, Pen is separate now. Excuse me. So you have to build pens separately. You can't just go Spirit Deso and have cooldown and pen. It's like someone sat down and asked myself, how can I make this game so much worse than the original that was already a finished product, and literally all I had to do was take it from UE3 to UE5, which literally is not that much work. No offense, you're gonna say it's a lot to do and devs put their heart and soul. No offense, bro, but I don't believe you. You had a finished product. All you had to do was pull it from one UE3 to UE5. But instead, you sat down and asked yourself, how can I completely make it terrible to everyone who loved it? And then somehow have to find myself begging for new subscribers or new players instead of just keeping the ones I already had. Because that's totally a smart decision, business wise. Yeah, you're so smart, my brother. What a way to live. Anyways, we're 5-1 on a hybrid build, which I guarantee will not work in Smite 2. Anyone watching this, I dare you to try this build in Smite 2 and then tell me it didn't work so I can say I told you so. So yeah. Oh wow, he got contagion. I'm not even mad, it does no damage. Okay, what is he doing? Oh, I got him! He stepped in front of it! Oh, like, I loved this character, and I got him all the way to level 10 in Smite 2, so don't even say that I played it for one game and gave up. I got all the way to level 10. I even compared his kit between Smite 1 and Smite 2, and like, oh my, it's like someone sat down and asked themselves, how can I ruin this character? And I know what you're gonna say. Whatever changes they made for a reason. Zeus doesn't have his shield for a reason because he can just like easily get his lightning procs off of everyone if he still had a shield. I get it, but when you were making changes, it's like you didn't ask yourself, what is the first thing a mage does in a match? Compete with the enemy mage. So now Baron is going into a fight where the enemy Vulcan outclasses him in damage, mobility, CC, literally in every way that makes him undead. Oh, at least Achilles didn't get the kill. Actually, how did he burst me down so... Oh, he has kins. Yeah, that makes sense. Oof, Achilles. That's an interesting build. But yeah, like, your first priority is to out-damage the enemy mage and then apply crowd control. And they're like, we're trying to shift from things where if I can speak, they're trying to shift from situations where everything was predetermined, which is why they have the whole lifesteal change. Nerf to lifesteal, removing anti-heal, so people don't feel like they have to build anti-heal the second they see Anubis or any other character that does healing on the enemy team. I get that. But now Baron is still in a situation where he has to build cooldown. And, I mean, he's a mage, he's gonna build cooldown regardless. You just need cooldown on mages. But like the changes they've made to him, they have made it a situation where his 1 and his 3 are not easy to land. You're going up against people who do way more damage than him with abilities that are easier to land. And then he has no crowd control and his ult takes forever unless you're full cooldown. Like, Vulcan will ult 3 times in the time it takes Baron's ult to recover. Unless he's getting kills and has Spirit Deso. But even then, he's not getting kills because of himself. He's getting kills because of his teammates. Baron needs his 3 on a shorter cooldown. But instead, what do? They put the 1 on a shorter cooldown, a 9-second cooldown. They're like, just get good at it. Get good at landing the ability. Okay, cool. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to play Vulcan and do 1,000,000,000 damage. No offense. That's just the truth. Because why would I spend time playing a character that is classified difficult when there is no payoff? Like, there is no benefit to getting good at playing Baron. Ooh, okay. I am fiending. One more? Oh, he is so mine. He is mine. Come here. Come here. Let me do it to you. Come on. Come on. Got him. That was so satisfying. But like, the hysteria helped. and I could still heal my entire team as opposed to going Aspect Baron, where he finally has a Hysteria again, but he cannot heal his team. So they took his identity. Oh, you're a team healer? You're not doing that anymore, but we'll let you do more damage than you usually do. And I'm not the only person who noticed how little damage Baron did. People also, even pro players said that you can build full damage Baron and build full tank with Prophetic, and you will do the same amount of damage with either tanky or full damage. Baron just sucks that much in Smite 2, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and it is so fun. I am having so much fun trolling. But I have not had this much fun playing Baron in Smite 2. In fact, the only characters I enjoyed playing in Smite 2 were Vulcan and Poseidon. I tried crit Poseidon, I tried ability attack speed Poseidon. I have tried every form of Poseidon in Smite 2. It was fun for like the first 2 weeks, and it got old really quickly. It got boring really quickly. Whereas in Smite 1, I could always find myself coming back to play certain characters because that's what you kind of liked about it. In Smite 2, that it's just not there. No matter how I try to be interested in the game, even the people making content for this game are getting bored of the game. Even though Smite 2 is supposed to be more limitless, you can try more things, and for some reason, it is just more boring. After the healing changes, here are my predictions. Chalk will be broken because they love Chalk for some reason. I don't know who amongst them is a Chalk fan, but whenever they drop a new lifesteal item and people say, "Oh, Anubis is gonna be broken," no, Anubis will not be broken. Chalk will be broken. Mordred will be broken. Their new favorite toys will be broken. Your all-time favorite characters, the characters you love from Smite 1. This guy is so dead. I don't know what he's doing here. The characters you love from Smite 1, they will not be broken. Because that's not Hi-Rez's favorite character. And so long as that's the case, it's just gonna suck. But I'm not the only one who feels this way, which is why their player base are going down. But it is summertime, so there's less people playing Smite, more people going outside. We'll see how they perform in August when everyone's in school and has no time to play the game whatsoever. Yeah, it'll get better then. Keep telling yourself that. Smite 2 is so dead. Anyways, Smite 1 Baron all the way. And whoever at high res thinks you're cooking up a good game, good job. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep listening to your pro players in your PTS and the SPL. And then wonder why the regular people don't want to play your game. Keep listening to them. You're doing such a good job. What a joke.